Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Janaya and I am so glad that you decided to click on today's video. And if you are not new here, welcome back. It has been quite a minute, let me tell you. I know it's been a minute. If you guys are wondering why, trust me, like I posted that random video in August, right? I was fully prepared to come back and be posting every week in August, and that just didn't happen. A little bit of a life update. I moved, which you guys haven't known, but also like I got a new job. I got a new job and I'm working full-time. If you guys did not know, I was working part-time. I was a manager, but I was working part-time at my last job, so I was not working 40-hour weeks. I was working longer shifts, like my shifts were 7-8 hours, but it was like 3 days a week, right? So I'm now working 9-hour shifts but it's 8 hours with an hour lunch, and 5 days a week, so it's 40 hours. And I just thought that I would be able to get used to it quicker because it wasn't like a huge change from what I was doing before. But y'all, I've been tired, okay? When I get home, I don't want to film, I don't want to read, I want to go to sleep. I want to sleep, you know? So I thought that I would get used to it a little bit quicker, and that just hasn't been the case. So I'm hoping that September we are like fully rejuvenated, we are better, and we get this down packed, right? And I think I'm like closer to that time, because I think I've done better. But I was also just like sick last week, nothing was getting done, okay? And then yesterday I came home and immediately went to sleep. September is going to be our month, okay? I did film in August TBR. I did film that video and then I never posted it, and now it is August 28th, so it really doesn't make any sense for me to post that now because it's August 28th. Y'all will see what I read in August. You guys don't need to see what I picked to read anymore. But because I'm just so nice and amazing, I'm going to show you what my August TBR was, because I have that video filmed, and I am just going to put the clips of what I ended up choosing right here. Alright, so first we had Academically Yours by Jennifer Chipman, chose by Manifesto Day 1 by Enhypen. We then had Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young, which was chosen because we got Romance Untold by Enhypen. We then had I Hope This Doesn't Find You by Anne Liang, which was chosen by Love Yourself by BTS. We then had The Goal by Elle Kennedy, which was chosen by How by Boy Next Door. Such a good album. Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames, chosen by Permission to Dance by BTS. Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, chosen by 17 Is Right Here by 17. Not me hitting myself. Let's not do that. My Dark Vanessa by Kay Elizabeth Russell, chosen by 5 Star by Stray Kids. And last but not least, we have Middle of the Night, chosen by Temptation by Tomorrow by Together. Did you guys enjoy that? I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really had a fun time choosing that way. It was actually way more difficult than I assumed it was going to be, but I had a fun time. So we're gonna do that again this month, because I have another K-pop concert this month. I'm going to see my favorite group in the entire world, Tomorrow by Together. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I don't think anyone understands how excited I am. I get excited for any concerts, but this concert in particular, I'm so excited. But anyway, that's why I'm doing this again, because 1, it was fun last month, and 2, celebrating, you know, celebrating. So that's how we're gonna do it again. I'm not adding any new like albums because I have not bought any new albums. I bought one, which is X by P1 Harmony, but it's not out yet, so I don't own it, and it hasn't been released yet, so I can't even listen to the songs on it. So we are only, once again, doing it by the songs that we have, or doing it by the songs that are released in the albums that we own. And I have since went and got my Tomorrow by Taylor album because last time I didn't have it with me, but now I have it. So we have all of the albums that we will be showing in this video. And I will tell you, last time I wasn't getting much of a variety, so I'm hoping that this time we get a little bit more of a variety. But then again, you just never know. You just never know. And I don't want to get copyrighted, so we're literally going to play 2 seconds of the song and then we're going to stop because copyright is a scary thing, okay? Let me tell you. Let me find K-pop albums, pick my TBR. So we have groups from P1 Harmony, Boy Next Door, BTS, Stray Kids, Tomorrow by Together, and Hypen. Am I missing? 17. We have groups, those groups, and that's who we'll be choosing from. I'm not gonna go through and show you all my albums because that would take a long time because I like to talk. If it's about something that I like, I'm gonna talk, okay? As you can see, I've been talking for 6 minutes, so let's just get on with it. Oh, okay. As y'all heard, that was Permission to Dance, which is Butter. I feel like I can show you this way and it's better. Permission to Dance, which is by BTS, and it's technically, this one is the Butter album. Oh, the Permission to Dance was on the Butter album. I don't know why I said technically, because I also have the Permission to Dance live, but this is Butter. Can y'all see that? So that's the first one, which is gonna be difficult considering the version of Butter that I have. This is the version of Butter that I have. I'm pretty sure this is the peaches and cream version. Or nope, it's the cream version. So this is the one we're choosing, and I don't really know if I have any colors that are similar to this, but we can surely go and look because I don't have a choice. Alright, the book that I ended up choosing for Butter, which is upside down, is Sundial by Katrina Ward. Katrina Ward. Mrs. Ward. This is the book that ended up choosing because I feel like, one, the colors are like a perfect match, but two, I've had this book for a little bit and I've really been wanting to read it. This is a thriller book, I'm pretty sure, but also like this cover, kind of in love. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of in love with the cover of this book. Let me read you the back just so we can get a little bit of a grasp of what is happening in this book. It says, Rob has spent her life running from Sundial, her family's ranch deep in the Mojave Desert, and her childhood memories. But she's worried about her daughter, Callie, who collects animal bones and whispers to imaginary friends. It reminds her of a darkness that runs in her family, and Rob knows it's time to return. Callie is terrified of her mother. Rob digs holes in the backyard late at night and tells disturbing stories about growing up on the ranch. Soon, Callie begins to fear that only one of them will leave Sundial alive. Sharp as a snakebite, Sundial is a gripping new novel from the author of The Last House on Needless Street, about the secrets we bury from the ones we love most. And I have actually heard of The Last House on Needless Street, and I've heard good things about it. So I'm actually really excited to read this book. And yeah, and I think we have multiple point of views. I think we get Rob and Callie's point of view in this book. So I, for one, am excited. I have really been in like a thriller literary fiction mood. That's kind of been what I've been drawn to recently because I read The Quiet Tenant. I've also read a book recently that I really enjoyed that was a general fiction, I think, pretty general literary fiction, whatever you want to call it. So I'm definitely like in that mood. So I'm excited, and this is the first book that we have chosen. Next one we're gonna choose, let's first focus, you guys, so that you can see what's happening. Okay. If y'all can, oh, I have the lyrics on there. Here we go. It is Love Yourself. Oh, the cover is like white. It's like white. But it's Love Yourself. It's Serendipity by BTS. Really just Jimin. One of my favorite songs in the entire world. But this is part of Love Yourself, that album, another BTS album. Here is that album. It is very pretty in pastel pink and purple, and we just love that. I love a pastel pink and purple. I love these two colors together. I just think they work really well. But then I also have, so like this is like the world tour like album, and then this is just like the regular album, which is once again gray, but then like holographic, which is pink and purple. So I'm gonna go based off this because it's the same colors. This is gonna be a little difficult, I will not lie, because I don't really have many books that are pastel pink and purple. So I'm gonna do my best to find something, but if I don't get mad at me. The book that I ended up choosing for this album is More Than Words by I was about to say Taylor Jenkins Reid. I just saw a book by Taylor Jenkins Reid by Mia Sheridan. I have read one book by Mia Sheridan and gave it 5 stars. Loved it. Archer's Voice. Everyone knows what that is. So I'm really excited to read this book, and I feel like this is the closest we're gonna get. It has pastel pink. Now the purple is not pastel, I will give you that, but it's purple. So that's enough for me personally. It's enough for me. So this is the book that we're choosing, and let me tell you what it's about. It says, the moment she met Callan Hayes, 11-year-old Jessica Cresswell knew he was a broken prince, her prince. Together they became each other's refuge, creating a safe and magical place far from their troubled lives until the day Callan kissed her, Jessica's first real dreamy kiss, and then disappeared from her life without a word. Well, years later, everyone knows who Callan Hayes is. Famous composer, infamous bad boy. What no one knows is that Callan's music is now locked up deep inside, trapped behind his own inner demons. It's only when he withdraws to France to drink his way through the darkness that Callan stumbles into the one person who makes the music return, Jessica, his Jessie. And she still tastes a fresh, sweet innocence, even as she sets his blood on fire. But they don't belong in each other's worlds anymore. There are too many secrets, too many mistakes, too many lies. All they have is that instinctive longing, that need, and something that looks dangerously like love. Oh, guys. Oh, I think that's gonna be great. If you don't know, one of my favorites tropes ever is the second chance romance. I love a second chance romance, and this is a second chance romance, guys. So I'm there. Second chance romance, and there's a lot of angst. Now, mind you, a lot of the times I don't like angst, but I feel like with the second chance romance, you kind of just, you need that. You need it. So, that's the second book. I didn't know if I told you guys. I think I'm going to choose 6. Maybe 7. 7 is going to be the absolute most, because I don't know why I keep choosing 8 books. I'm not going to read them. So, we're going to choose 6, maybe 7. My phone is so bright. Okay. Next album, we're going to okay, that was definitely a little bit longer, and I could definitely get copyrighted, and I'm scared. Anyways, that is Do It Like That by Tomorrow Put Together. Guys, y'all can't see that. Why does it do this to me? Can y'all see this now? I don't know why I keep tapping my phone like that. It's gonna change something. Look at that. Look at that in all its glory. Do It Like That by Tomorrow by Together. Love that song. I saw a video recently and they were like, what song do you think is underrated? And they said Do It Like That, and I don't agree with them whatsoever. Anyway, let me go grab the album. This is the cover of, oh, I didn't even tell you what the album name was. It is the chapter Free Fall, and it's brown and blue. So not much to go off of, but this album does have some of my favorite songs, so I'm gonna do it justice. Okay, I'm gonna do it justice. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this next one might be a teensy weensy bit of a stretch, but to be fair, it's really hard to find a book that has blue and brown, because one, those colors are actually very similar, and two, most book covers don't really have blue and brown in them, right? So I kind of stretched this a little bit, and I ended up choosing The Will of the Many by James Islington, or Islington. I don't know why I say Islington, there's no H, by James Islington. Now, you guys see what I was going for, right? Like, you understand, like, yes, this is leaning more towards purple, but it's blue, and then like these things, yes, it's kind of gold, but it's like brown. I'm gonna go ahead and say it works. I'm gonna go ahead and say it works because this is the closest we're gonna get, and I literally have no other books that can match this. So, The Will of the Many it is. Now, this is a brick. Is this gonna get read? Probably not, because it's bigger than my head, but maybe I'll feel up to it. I've been wanting to read this book since I bought it last year, so maybe I'll feel a little bit more up to it. Who knows? The synopsis of this book says, Audi vide tasse. The Cantonin Republic, the hierarchy, may rule the world now, but they do not know everything. I tell them my name is Vis Telemus. I tell them I was orphaned after a tragic accident 3 years ago, and that good fortune alone has led to my acceptance into their most prestigious school. I tell them that once I graduate, I will gladly join the rest of civilized society in allowing my strength, my drive, and my focus, what they call will, to be leached away and added to the power of those above me, as millions already do, as all must eventually do. I tell them that I belong, and they believe me. But the truth is that I have been sent to the academy to find answers, to solve a murder, to search for an ancient weapon, to uncover secrets that may tear the Republic apart, and that I will never, ever cede my will to the empire that executed my family. To survive, though, I will still have to rise through the academy's ranks. I will have to smile and make friends and pretend to be one of them and win. Because if I cannot, then those who want to control me, who know my real name, will no longer have any use for me. And if the hierarchy finds out who I truly am, they will kill me. High stakes is all I have to say. A lot of people compare this. A lot of people put this on the same level as Mistborn. We all know how I feel about Mistborn. 2 out of 3 of the original trilogy were 5 stars, and the second one was a 4.5 stars. So we know how I feel about Mistborn, and if this is anything close to that, I am very, very excited to read that. I don't know. It's just that I feel like this requires a lot of brain power, and do I have that in me right now? I don't know. But we shall see. That's the 3rd book. We're gonna go ahead and press shuffle. I pressed the wrong one. We're gonna do it again. And this time we're actually gonna press shuffle. Okay. One of my favorite Tomorrow by Taylor songs. Oh, we're doing so well. Last time I got 0 Tomorrow by Taylor songs, but this time we have Sanctuary. You can't see it, but I love this song, so I will let you guys know. It is Sanctuary by, or it's Heaven by Tomorrow by Together, which is on the album Sanctuary in all of its glory. Look at it. I'm going to make sure that one focuses. The Star Chapter Sanctuary by Tomorrow by Together. One of the greatest albums I've ever heard in my entire life. Let me grab it. It's actually really pretty. I have 2 versions of this one though. Alright, this is at the second version. Actually, this is the second version of the album that I got. My first version is all the way at the top of my bookshelf. I'm a short girl. I had to get on a chair to put that up there. Therefore, I have to get a chair to get it, and I'm not doing all of that. But it's a really big, and it's literally just black. It's black and white and has a little bit of brown in it. We're not doing that to myself. So we're doing this one, which is actually harder. But it's prettier. I love this one. It's very much purple. It's a no, this is lavender. Fun fact, I hate the smell of lavender. It makes me sick. But lavender and silver is the colors we need to go for. Now, I see two right next to me, right? Almond. Notes on an execution. What do these two have in common? 2 5-star reads, aka I've already read them. Can't choose those. So, I need to go do some browsing around my home library and see what I can do, guys. I need to see what I can do. Alrighty, you guys. I've chosen my book, and it is scary, to say the least. Let's once again remind you of the color of the album I chose. This is the album. This is the book. You see, they're like almost identical. Like they're not almost identical, but they're pretty darn close, okay? I don't really have any lavender colored books, and this is the closest I've gotten to a book that's lavender that I haven't read. And that is History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. If you guys don't know, Adam Silvera is one of my all-time favorite authors, but he is also an author that makes me cry every single time I read a book by him. And here's the thing. I've read the first chapter of this book and the first chapter of, what is it called? More Happy Than Not? Something like that. I read the first chapter of both of them. Both of them are dealing with grief in some type of way. And it's sad and I'm gonna cry, and do I want to do that? Not really, but do I kind of want to read another Adam Silvera book? Yes. Will this be my third Adam Silvera book this year? Yes. It will either be my second or my third, which means I've been having a lot of tears this year. That's basically what that means. And let me just read you the back, because the back will tell you this book is going to be sad. It says, when Griffin's first love and ex-boyfriend Theo dies in a drowning accident, his universe implodes. That's the first sentence. Even though Theo had moved to California for college and started seeing Jackson, Griffin never doubted Theo would come back to him when the time was right. But now, the future he's been imagining for himself has gone far off course. To make things worse, the only person who truly understands his heartache is Jackson. But no matter how much they open up to each other, Griffin's downward spiral continues. He's losing himself in his obsessive compulsions and destructive choices, and the secrets he's been keeping are tearing him apart. If Griffin is ever to rebuild his future, he must first confront his history and every last heartbreaking piece in the puzzle of his life. Guys, Nicola Yoon. Y'all know what books Nicola Yoon has written. The Sun Is Also a Star, everything, right? She said this book will make you cry, think, and then cry some more. All right. All right. So this is a book that we're choosing. I feel like this book will definitely get read because it's Adam Silvera. If Adam Silvera is on my TBR, he gets read. But scared. Thank you Tomorrow by Taylor. Thank you so much. Okay, that was the fourth book, correct? This is shaping up to be quite a difficult TBR. Quite difficult. Let's choose the fifth book. Let's choose it. This one, right, guys? Right? Tell me if I'm right. I won't. It's fine. Okay, we got Royalty by Hypen, who I just saw this month, technically, but almost last month. This is the original, cover, but I choose the covers based on my aesthetic and what I personally like, but this is what the cover originally looks like. right? Let me show you the one I have. You guys will understand why it's the one that I chose. So this is what the album looks like. If you guys know me, you know that my favorite color is like this. I don't know if it's really showing up on camera, but it's like this aqua, light aqua color, and that is my favorite color in the world. It's the same color as my bed sheets. It's me, to say the least. So this is what the cover looks like. It's just this color and red. Here's the thing, the book that I chose, because I already chose a book, you guys are gonna be like, girl, no, but it's my channel and I do what I want to. But okay, I chose Unsweetened by Jodie Sweetin, which is a memoir. I've had this for way too long, like way too long. This was one of the first books that I got, so I've had it for a hot minute. But while you're looking at the front and you're like, girl, no, it has the smallest bit of red, you know, her in her red shirt, and the smallest bit of aqua, right? But let me show you something. Look at the back. Look at that, guys. And she's wearing a red shirt, guys. I fear I did that. You guys probably know you did not. I did, and I refuse to have someone tell me I didn't. You know, you're not gonna poop my party, okay? This is what I say goes, and this is the book I'm choosing, okay? Let me read you the back. Once again, like, this is a memoir. I haven't read a memoir in so long, and I really feel like I need one. I need something like real. And while like fiction books can feel real, I kind of need something like really real, like actual real. So memoirs it is. And it says, how rude. Full House fans know what that is. I love Full House. I watch every episode of Full House. That is my thing. Anyway, and this explosive and this explosive and brutally honest memoir, Jodie Sweetin, once Danny Tanner's bubbly daughter on America's favorite family sitcom, takes readers behind the scenes of Full House and into her terrifying and uplifting real-life story of addiction and recovery. Jodie Sweetin melted our hearts and made us laugh for 8 years as a Shurup-based goody-two-shoes middle child Stephanie Tanner. Her ups and downs seem not so different from our own, but more than a decade after the popular television show ended, the star publicly revealed her shocking recovery from methamphetamine addiction. Even then, she kept a painful secret, one that cannot be solved in 30 minutes with a hug, a stern talking to, or a bowl of ice cream around the family table. The harrowing battle she swore she had won was really just beginning. In this deeply personal, utterly raw, and ultimately inspiring memoir, Jodie comes clean about the double life she led, the crippling identity crisis, the hidden anguish of juggling a regular childhood with her Hollywood life, and the vicious cycle of abuse and recovery that led to her relapse even as she wrote this book. Finally, becoming a mother gave her the determination and the courage to get sober. With resilience, charm, and humor, she writes candidly about taking each day at a time. Hers is not a story of success or defeat, but of facing your demons, finding yourself, and telling the whole truth. Unsweetened. So, I'm really excited. I loved Full House. I actually really do like Fuller House. I know a lot of people don't like it. I guess I'm in the minority and I don't care. But I do love Jodie Sweetin as a person. And I follow her. She's one of the only people from Full House, her and I forget her name, the girl who played Kimmy. I follow them on Instagram because I think they're hilarious. So I'm really excited to read her memoir and kind of figure out and see what she was going through because I'm interested. I do want to know. So that is the 5th book chosen by Romance Untold by Anne Hypen. My guys that I saw with my own two eyes in real life. Crazy. That's so crazy. I still get so giddy when I talk about concerts that I've been to because I'm like, what do you mean I was there? What do you mean I was there and breathing the same air in the same room as them? Crazy. Anyways, let's choose the 6th book, which is possibly the last, depending on what we get. Alrighty. not our fate. Okay, we just chose 100 Broken Hearts by Hypen, and that was from you guys would be like, girl, what? They did like a, not a re-release, but like, I forget what they call it. But this is Romance Untold Daydream, which is different. It's different. Okay, this is what the cover looks like. Well, like what the regular cover looks like, if it wants to show itself. This is what the regular cover looks like. And now let me show you what the cover that I got looks like. I don't think it's much different actually. Alright, so bad news. We're going to have to choose a song because I have no more purple books that I haven't read. Apparently, what book did I choose? I forgot what book I chose for the Tomorrow by Together one. But apparently that was the last book that or More Happy Than Not. Apparently that was or History's All You Left Me. Apparently that is the last purple book that I own that I haven't read. So unfortunately we will not be able to choose anything for Romance Untold Daydream, and if I choose a song from this album again, we will have to choose again. So we will now be choosing another song, guys. Another one. As DJ Khaled would say. We don't like him though. Anyways, let's choose another song. We chose Aju Nice. It's actually called Very Nice. I just like to say Aju, which is very in Korean. Korean lesson, which is by 17. Such a good song. Such a good song. Oh, this is from 17 is right here. Guys. Guys, okay, here is what the album looks like. And the album looks exactly like the one that I own. So not very many colors, as you can see. Not very many colors indeed. Let me get it so you can actually see it in person with your own two eyes. Sometimes I wonder if English is not my first language, but then I remember I was born and raised in the United States, so English is my first language, and I'm just really bad at it, apparently. All right, here she is in all her glory. She's huge. This is the biggest album, thickest album I've ever gotten in my entire life, and this is the one I have. And so we have grays, we have some pinks, we have some blues, and that's pretty much it. So we're gonna find a book that has some grays, some pinks, and some blues and see what we can do. Guys, I should be a rapper. That was so good. This is what it looks like. Once again, this is a stretch because I feel like the least amount of colors we have, or the most obscure, this is not obscure, the most uncommon book, the most bland colors we have, the harder it is to find a cover for it. So this is a reach, but I got it, okay? This is the cover. This is the book that I chose. Yeah, they're pretty different, but here's the thing. The cover's gray, right? We also have some dark gray. We have some dark gray right here. We have some pink. And we have some pink right here, guys. And we even have there's a dark red right here, some dark red in the bookshelves here, guys. We even have this color, and then it's different, but it's similar. Y'all get where I'm going with this. You get it. So this is what I'm choosing, and it's a romance, and I feel like we have a fantasy, we have a literary fiction, we have a romance, we have a thriller, we have a memoir. We have some variety here, which I was not expecting to get. So I just wanted to add another romance. Is it huge? Yes, it is huge, but I also feel like this font, also huge. We got this. So this is called Formula Love by M.L. Miller. I got this. I went to this adult book fair, which was actually really fun, and it was a bunch of authors, indie authors, and this lady was there, and she was obviously giving out her book because I got it, and it is a Formula One romance. Now, me personally have never watched Formula One a day in my life. The closest I've gotten to that is Cars, the Pixar movie. That's the closest I've gotten to watching F1. It's like, it's not up my alley at all. So I actually have no idea if this is like doing that sport justice, but I thought it was interesting. Let me read you the back. It says, ready your heart for race pace. After finding success and stability as a London finance professional, a disastrous scandal sends Sophie Collins into a tailspin, changing the trajectory of her life. She escapes to Paris with her best friends to attempt a new career in influencing, despite her newfound insecurities and skepticism. But when she meets the devastatingly sexy racing driver Beckham Wright, she finds herself opening up her heart and life to unexpected adventures. As she travels the globe supporting Beck and begins experiencing success in her new career, Sophie falls hard and fast for him in the world of motorsport. Whisked into a spotlight she never expected, Sophie faces the stress of being held under a microscope and picked apart online. Sophie might have crashed and burned in her past, but if she wants to stay on track, she must find a way to embrace her happiness with Beck and stay true to herself. Can their relationship withstand their fast-paced careers and the pressures of a million outside voices? So, I love a famous people romance. I also love famous people drama. I think it's, I just love it, especially in books. Like rich people drama, I eat it up every single time, guys. Now, I don't know if this is rich people drama, but it's giving rich people drama because, you know, they're famous and stuff. So it's giving rich people drama, and I will always be here for that. So, we are hopefully going to get to this. Are we actually... Can't confirm, can neither confirm nor deny, but I can confirm that I will try, and that is all I need to do is try. Okay, as long as I try, we're good. We're gonna choose one more. Why? I don't know, because I have 2 huge books on my TBR, but it's just so fun, and I love talking about K-pop and books, you know, my 2 favorite things colliding. This is just great. Okay, last one. Let's make it a good one. Okay, let's make it a good one. Hope I really want to get a People in Harmony one because I just love them, and any excuse to talk about People in Harmony, I get excited. Alrighty, let's go. 선 하얀 도화지를 가르듯. I'm gonna do it one more time because we just got in hyping for the 3rd time, guys. The 3rd time. You know what, actually, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do now so you guys don't think I'm cheating. If I get a group that I've gotten already, I'm just going to skip over. So if I get another 17, skipping over. If I get another Hypen, skipping over. If I get another Tomorrow About Together, skipping over. If I get another BTS, skipping over. Because we've gotten 2 BTS, we've gotten 2 in Hypen, we've gotten, well, now 3 in Hypen, and we've gotten 117 and 2 Tomorrow About Together. So if we get one of those groups again, we're just going to skip over because I want to showcase other groups that I have. Like, I have Stray Kids, I have Boy Next Door, I have People in Harmony. I want to showcase them, you know? And if we get Boy Next Door, like, I mean, I'll be really happy about that. Okay. Let's try this again, okay? "17", super great song, just not what I was looking for. Try Again. Once Again, Rock With You by 17, great song. Not what I'm aiming for. Okay, we got Can't Stop by Stray Kids, aka really just Sungmin and I.M. So this is from Accident. Let me show you what the cover, like album cover on Apple Music is, because it is a little different than the one that I have. Now, I don't remember, I got this one a while ago. I don't remember if it had different versions, but the version I got is not this color. But I will show you the version I got, okay? So like this one's just white and pink. The one I got is kind of just flip-flopped, but it's, you'll see. This is what my accident looks like. It is black and pink because I just think that black and pink goes so well together. Black pink. Sorry, that's just it just went to my brain and I needed to like blurt it out. But like I said, I really think black and pink go really well together. So I honestly think I should be able to find a book that is black and pink. Like, I don't think this should be difficult, but you really never know. So we're gonna go and do some looking, and I'll come back with something. I hope. I cross my fingers that I'm gonna come back with something, but I do think I will. Alrighty, so for Maxident, which was black and pink, I had two options. One was a thriller and then one was a romance, and I decided to go for the romance because I don't know why, I just wanted to. And I chose Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. Now the pinks I think are definitely a little different, but it's still pink. It's still pink and it's black. Those are literally the only colors. And this has some white in it, but it's really supposed to be water. This has some white in it, so I feel like I did pretty good with this. Like, I think I ate that up. So we have Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver, which is the very last book of our TBR. Let me read you the synopsis. Did I read you the synopsis for? I did. So the synopsis for this one says, every serial killer needs a friend. Every game must have a winner. When a chance encounter sparks an unlikely bond between rival murderers Sloane and Rowan, they find something elusive, the friendship of two like-minded, pitch-black souls who just happen to enjoy killing other serial killers. From small-town West Virginia to upscale California, and from downtown Boston to rural Texas, the two hunters collide in an annual game of blood and suffering, one that pits them against the most dangerous monsters in the country. But as their friendship develops into something more, the restless ghosts left in their wake are only a few steps behind, ready to claim more than just their newfound love. Can Rowan and Sloane dig themselves out of a game of graves, or have they finally met their match? I'm excited to read this. It's just that, like, I've had this book for so long, and I've just not wanted to read that. Like I put it on a TBR and I don't read it. I look at it and I can pick it up and I just don't want to. So I don't know what it is about the book. Maybe I just need to force myself to read it because I don't know why I don't want to read this. I don't know why I don't have the feeling to read this anymore. Because when I bought this, I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds so good. I want to read it so bad. And now I'm just like indifferent towards it. So I don't know. We're going to give it a try, but I was like, I feel like I need to give it a try before I just completely write it off. So I'm going to give it a try, and if we like it, we continue out the series. If not, we will give this to someone who will do better with this. Alrighty, so now that we've picked all of the books for this TBR, I'm now going to go through and show you all of the books that we chose and what albums ended up picking those books. So the first book was Sundial by Katrina Ward, and Butter by BTS was the one that chose this one. We then chose More Than Words by Mia Sheridan. I keep wanting to say other authors, I don't know why. And Love Yourself by BTS was the one that chose this book. We then chose The Will of the Many by James Islington, and To Brought Back Together, the next chapter, Free Fall, was the one that chose this one. History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera, and Sanctuary by To Brought Back Together is the one that chose this one. Next was Unsweetened by Jodie Sweetin, and Romance Untold by Enhypen was the one that chose this one. Please listen to all of these albums, honestly, but this one, so good. We then had Formula Love by M.L. Miller, and the one that chose this one was 17 Is Right Here by 17. And the last book, which we just chose, was Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver, and the one that chose this one was Maxident by Stray Kids. And that is all of the books that we are going to be reading, or fingers crossed, hopefully reading in the month of September. If you guys have read any of these books, let me know what you guys think of them. If you guys have listened to any of these groups or any of these songs, also let me know how you guys feel about them, and also give me some recommendations. I love to listen to music, any type of music. So yeah, that is the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give a like and maybe comment if you guys feel like it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.